Ditcheva.
Wow, big head kick. Very well placed. Now listen, Bittencourt did a great job to still stay in that fight after that, because that landed.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Dakota Ditcheva destroys Paula Bittencourt and almost ends her career with a vicious head kick that had fans gasping in disbelief.
It's hard to hate on the truth I'm living in. Enough men hate with their lies instead. Counting cash with a phone to my ear. I feel like Meek on a private jet. Life or death. 5 eyes, fires, potential wifey. In the street, respected highly. In the street, protected. I do know my man, but I don't trust him. Trust that bees in the trap, disgusting. Stick with a stick, PVA, PDA. Kiss that in public, South London. Why I made my South Londons, why I made my first 100 elastic bands, plastic bags. Two in the blue like cheese and onion. In Jamaica, quick vacation. Traveling my past.
The 23-year-old British destroyer advances to 5-0 and remains undefeated after a career-defining performance against the previously undefeated Brazilian at UAE Warriors 28. But here's the question everyone's asking. What's next for this unstoppable force? Could we see her in the UFC octagon sooner than expected?
When did I know I wanted a career in MMA? I've done Thai boxing for over 10 years now. So when I got a little bit older, I just decided that I wanted to challenge myself, try something new. And I took a really big interest in MMA. And I watched a few of the fighters on the UFC, and that was always a goal then. From then, it was a goal of mine to one day be one of them fighters competing for the UFC belt. I felt like I achieved a lot in Thai boxing at such a young age as well. So I think the move into MMA kind of just came at the right time for me. And I'm looking forward to the future.
Tonight, we'll break down this brutal fight, reveal the moment that nearly ended Bittencourt's career, explore Dakota's shocking plans for the future, and examine why experts are calling her the most dangerous prospect in women's MMA. Let's dive straight into the carnage from UAE Warriors 28, which took place on March 26th at the Etihad Arena in Abu Dhabi. This wasn't just a fight, this was a statement. Dakota Ditcheva didn't just beat Paula Bittencourt, she dominated her in ways that left the Brazilian questioning her entire career.
The pink, that is Paula Bittencourt.
Oh,
here we go!
Kick.
Right on the money, baby, what a kick!
Straight to the mouth.
Dangerous Dakota Ditcheva living up to her name.
Now, she was not able to finish when she got in this position in the first round. We'll see if Ditcheva can have more success.
And her bell is rung. You can see it in the eyes of Bittencourt right now. She's doing a great job of recovering, but that was a boom shot.
The fight opened with Ditcheva immediately establishing her range like a predator stalking her prey. Bittencourt, desperately recognizing the striking disadvantage, attempted to take the fight to the ground early. But here's where it gets insane. Ditcheva showcased her rapidly improving MMA game by effortlessly getting back to her feet like Bittencourt was just a training dummy. But the moment that had everyone's jaws on the floor came later in round 1. When Bittencourt went for a desperate inside trip, Ditcheva's fight IQ was off the charts as she reversed the position with surgical precision, transitioning straight into full mount like she was putting on a clinic. Then came the moment that nearly ended Paula Bittencourt's career. A vicious head kick that connected with such devastating force that fans were jumping out of their seats. The Brazilian was in serious trouble, wobbling like her legs had turned to jelly. For a moment, everyone thought they were witnessing the end of an undefeated record and possibly a career. After 3 rounds of pure domination, the judges awarded Dakota a unanimous decision victory. But let's be honest, this could have been stopped at any moment. To understand the significance of this victory, we need to look at Dakota Ditcheva's remarkable journey to this point. The daughter of UK Muay Thai legend Lisa Howarth, Dakota has combat sports literally in her DNA. She began training at just 4 years old, and by 19, she had already captured British and World Muay Thai championships. She was part of the British team that won the International Muay Thai World Championships and earned the UK Young Sportsperson of the Year award.
And for me, I do believe that the winner of this, regular or playoff will become the female face of the PFL. Is that something you're ready to embrace and step on it, and not just be someone who's easily marketable, but you're a champion and you could be the face of this organization?
Yeah, for sure. That's what I want. I want to definitely, I'm not really bothered about being the face of anything, to be honest. I'm going to keep turning up. Any opportunities I get to fight, I'm going to show up on the night, which is what I always do. And continue to be a professional face on the camera and really build myself, and that's it.
Thank you very much.
But here's what makes her story so compelling. Ditcheva only switched to MMA around 2018 to 2019. Taking a smart, systematic approach, she spent 2 years competing as an amateur, going 4-0 before turning professional in early 2021. Aaron Abbey, her teammate at Manchester Top Team who recently defeated Gerardo Fanny, had this to say about Dakota. "It's a privilege to work and train with a fighter like Dakota. She has no ceiling, and I think she will leave a massive legacy on the sport. She has a strong mindset that many people don't have."
Be remembered.
Pink and Barbie. I'm joking. Like the best female fighter on the planet,
right.
I would say.
Yeah. I was going to say, is there anything to do with your legacy about like young girls getting into the sport and influencing that sort of thing?
Yeah, it has always been like that for me anyway. Like, definitely want to inspire for sure. Yeah, I feel like I've done that already so far, and I want to keep doing that. I don't just want to inspire in this sport. I want girls in general. I don't just want it to be MMA. I want like females in general to enjoy being in sports.
Yeah, I feel like the seminar and stuff you did.
Yeah.
You can see like the influence you have on people, and whether it's through MMA or just them seeing your story and what you've done. That will inspire people to do.
In an exclusive interview before the fight, Dakota shared insights into her preparation and mindset leading into this crucial bout.
Who's coming?
I'll tell you.
Dakota's coming.
I've come to see Mr. Aaron Abbey, who I haven't seen in forever. Still smells the same. He's saying I'll be able to fight by the end of the year. Don't put that in the vlog.
Yeah, the fame hasn't got to her yet.
Right up my hair. Yeah. Let's see if his media's improved. Come on, Alf, let's go. He wants the, inside information. I don't want to make excuses, but...
Ditcheva revealed that she found out about the fight shortly after returning from her previous bout in Canada, where she competed on the country's first all-female fight card. The UAE Warriors card had several date changes, creating uncertainty about whether the event would actually happen. Regarding her opponent, Dakota was confident. "The only thing I really know about her is that she beat the girl that I fought in Canada. We've both come away with wins from that opponent, so it'll be a good matchup to see who comes out on top. I got the stoppage over that girl, and she went the full rounds, so I don't see too much of a threat there."
Against her here.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I really know about her is that she beat before me the girl that I fought in Canada. So we've both kind of come away with wins from her from that opponent. So it'll be a good matchup to see who comes out on top between the both of us now. So I'm looking forward to a tough fight, but I believe in my abilities, and I know that I got the stoppage over that girl and she went the full round. So to me, I don't.
For this camp, she worked extensively with Aaron Abbey, who was scheduled to fight on Cage Warriors the week after, and her brother, maintaining the strong family connection that runs through her career. Her head coach Carl Prince and her mother made the trip to Abu Dhabi to support her. The question on everyone's mind: when will we see Dakota Ditcheva in the UFC? Interestingly, the young prospect isn't rushing toward the big stage. At just 23 years old, she's taking a measured approach that shows remarkable maturity. "I watch the UFC when it comes on, and I think I would beat half the girls if I'm going up from the bottom," Dakota stated. "But I just don't really see the rush. I'm 23 years old, I'm fighting in Dubai in Canada. I've got all these opportunities available. I don't want to tie myself up too soon. I've still got a lot to learn and a lot of cage time that I need."
Time between my coaches and my manager and stuff, and I watch the UFC when it comes on, and I think, to be honest, I would beat half the girls. Like if I'm going up from the bottom, I think quite a few of the girls I'm ready to take on now, to be honest. But I just don't really see the rush. it's like I'm 23 years old. I'm fighting in Dubai. I'm fighting in Canada. Like, you know, I've got all these opportunities still that are available. I just don't want to tie myself up too soon and too quickly.
This strategic patience is paying off. She's working with HD Fight Management, the same team that represents Mark, Dia Keys, Robert Whiteford, and other top UK talent. She's also taking one-fight deals rather than signing multi-fight contracts, keeping her options open. UAE Warriors has a strong track record of graduating fighters to the UFC. Casey O'Neill and Manon Fiorot both used the promotion as a springboard to the big leagues, and Dakota appears to be following a similar path. So the million-dollar question everyone's asking, what's next for this absolute destroyer? Here's where it gets crazy. Despite being just 23 years old and having every UFC executive probably blowing up her phone right now, Dakota Ditcheva is playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. I watch the UFC when it comes on, and I think I would beat half the girls if I'm going up from the bottom, Dakota boldly stated. But here's the shocking part. She's not rushing to sign with the UFC. This girl has ice in her veins and a master plan that's going to blow your mind.
She was dominating the UKFC scene, crushing every opponent who dared face her. Known for her ruthless power and precision, Dakota didn't just win, she destroyed.
Happy, yeah. Did want a few more rounds. I had a bit of my family traveled 6 hours today to come down, so I would have liked a few more rounds, but I'm happy with the performance. So I give my opponent 3-8 counts, so the fight ended in round 1. Yeah, I worked on quite a few things, the specific things for this fight, so I'm just happy they paid off.
Turn again already. Oh, never break is really.
Before Dakota Ditcheva joined PFL, she was absolutely dominating the UKFC scene, crushing every opponent who dared face her. Known for her ruthless power and precision, Dakota didn't just win, she destroyed. In one of her most memorable fights, she faced Patricia Voorhees, and Dakota didn't just win. She was dangerously close to finishing her completely.
Very comfortable.
Switches back.
Jab. Oh, lovely combo.
That sounded sweet from here.
Deep down the middle to the chest. Right knees up the middle. Goodness me, some of those. She's in real trouble here, Evan Black.
Today, we dive deep into the career-defining moments that made Dakota Ditcheva the nightmare every fighter feared to face. This is the story of a woman who turned the cage into her personal hunting ground. Dakota Ditcheva wasn't just another fighter climbing the ranks. She was a force of nature that left devastation in her wake.
And again, they put in this time. Dakota turns early. Ty Plum clicks. Oh, that's a big knee. Oh!
Dakota turning up the aggression now. Bannon taking a step back.
Several times. Big kick again. Really working well for Dakota. That one straight through the middle.
Oh, what an elbow.
And
the Thai
again.
background now.
And
the
again.
elbow's going in here. Oh, big
Dakota
really big.
Rising through the UK and European MMA scene, Dakota represented Manchester top team with the kind of precision and power that made veteran fighters question their career choices. Her Muay Thai background wasn't just a skill set, it was a weapon of mass destruction. But it was on November 27, 2021, during the United Kingdom Championship, that the world truly witnessed what Dakota was capable of when she stepped into the cage with Patricia Voorhees.
Rising UK and European star Dakota Ditcheva representing Manchester top team.
Oh, push kick to the face of Ditcheva. Just doing the wise thing, trying to close the distance early.
What happened next would become a masterclass in controlled violence. Round 1. The opening bell rang, and Dakota Ditcheva wasted no time establishing her dominance. She immediately took command of the center of the cage, moving with the grace of a predator and the aggression of a warrior. Patricia Voorhees never had a chance. Within the first minute, Dakota's striking proved to be a major factor. She seamlessly chained together crisp jabs and devastating low kicks that disrupted Voorhees' movement completely. Every time Voorhees attempted to step forward, she was met with a sharp intercepting strike that forced her to retreat like a beaten animal.
Each of the switching stances.
So these two young ladies know each other.
Once again.
Yeah, both looking for a little trip there. Oh, nice knee to the body. Follows it up.
Look at the way she made space for that. That connection, you could see the breath
And
going.
everyone, oh, big and another and
Almost
another.
impossible to get her fights. That's why they're flying in opponents from around the world.
Around the 1 minute mark, Dakota landed a clean 1-2 combination that sent a clear message. The punches landed flush, visibly shaking Voorhees and pushing her back against the cage like a rag doll. But Dakota wasn't finished. Oh no, she was just getting started. With Voorhees trapped against the fence, Dakota began to unleash a relentless series of combinations, targeting the head and body with surgical precision. Midway through the round, she landed another big right hand that stunned Voorhees, who instinctively covered up just to survive.
Long range, good kicks, good to the outside.
Comes from good grappling stuff from Jimmy Johnson there in the corner.
But in the clinch, Dakota, the knees, the elbows. This young lady likes to strike.
Oh, right down the
Big
middle.
right hand.
Woo, sniper-like accuracy.
Just now. Oh, spinning back elbow.
The end came with devastating swiftness. Dakota kept Voorhees pinned and began to unleash a barrage of elbows. The first few landed with devastating effect, and as Voorhees' defenses crumbled, Dakota relentlessly followed up with a series of quick, slicing elbows. The referee stepped in at 3:58 of the first round, a TKO victory that was more like a public execution. But Dakota's reign of terror didn't stop there. On December 8, 2023, at PFL Europe 4 in Dublin, Ireland, she faced Valentina Skatidze, a fighter who made the fatal mistake of underestimating the Manchester Destroyer.
Skittish in the game is easy.
Beautiful.
Look at this
Beautiful
Muay Thai, yeah. Oh, tried to drag down. Oh, nice right hand. Drives it straight through.
Beautiful from the top.
Before the fight, Skatidze confidently claimed, "I can't wait to show you who is the real warrior." She found out who the real warrior was, all right. From the opening bell, Dakota demonstrated why she had become the most feared prospect in women's MMA. Using her elite Muay Thai striking, she immediately took control, keeping Skatidze on the back foot with technical precision that was almost artistic in its brutality.
And this is a sit. And another! And a knee!
Straight across.
And another elbow! And another!
I saw a cut on Ison's head. Big back elbow. Good work for Ison.
Thai boxer. She said their styles like a lunge forward and aggressive, and that's exactly
Close quarters, working in the clinch. A separation there, and Dakota lands a shot. Shona catches the kick. Shona.
Here we go. Right on the money, baby. What a kick.
Straight to the mouth.
Dangerous Dakota Ditcheva living up to her name.
Then came the Thai clinch. Dakota grabbed Skatidze behind the neck and unleashed a series of devastating knees and brutal elbows to the head. In this flurry, she landed a fight-ending elbow that opened a deep, significant cut above Skatidze's left eye. The blood flowed immediately. The doctor was called in. The fight was over. TKO victory, doctor stoppage, another opponent destroyed. With this victory, Dakota secured the PFL Europe Women's Flyweight Championship and moved to 10-0 in her professional career.
right. Slightly more experience as far as mixed martial arts, but you can't discredit that.
Straight away, we see Charlie Burke turning her hips, but the takedown is there from Dakota.
Dakota Ditcheva didn't just win fights, she made statements. Every opponent who stepped into the cage with her learned the same harsh lesson. There are levels to this game, and Dakota operates on a level that most fighters can only dream of reaching. Her explosive power, pinpoint accuracy, and relentless fighting style built an undefeated record that speaks for itself. She doesn't just adapt to her opponents, she breaks them down systematically, like a master craftsman dismantling inferior work. Each victory didn't just add to her record, it added to her legend. The whispers in locker rooms, the fear in opponents' eyes, the respect from veterans who knew they were witnessing something special. This is the Dakota Ditcheva that arrived at PFL, not as a prospect, but as a proven destroyer. A fighter who had already left a trail of broken opponents and shattered dreams across the UK and European MMA scene. When Dakota Ditcheva steps into that cage, she doesn't just fight, she dominates. She doesn't just win, she destroys. And every fighter who faces her learns the same lesson that Patricia Voorhees and Valentina Skatidze learned the hard way. There's Dakota Ditcheva, and then there's everyone else.
What's next for you?
Oh, I don't know. The world is mine. I don't know. We'll have to sit together with PFL and see what we can come up with. But I just beat the best girl that's out there out of any other division. So outside of any other division. So
I'm just like, get me anything, literally. But like you said, you know, it was kind of, it's hard. I get it's hard for PFL. You know, they've put all the girls in the tournament, and then now they need to find someone that's gonna kind of give me a good competition. They can't give me someone that's, you know, just kind of signed to the PFL and not really had that much experience, because it doesn't make sense. I've just beat Santos very easily. I think that's another thing that I have to understand is, like, if I'd had a 5-round war with Santos, there would have been a few more people in there that would have been more of a match. But I walked through it. I walked through everyone last year. So it does put them in a difficult position now, and I get it, but I'm sure they'll work to find someone.
Dakota Ditcheva sends a clear warning message to UFC and Dana White. After claiming the PFL World Championship, the undefeated British fighter boldly stated, "What's next for me? Oh, I don't know. The world. I just beat the best girl that's out there, out of any other division."
Right from the beginning of this season, if I'd got her in the first round, I would have done the same thing. And they've been talking, she's been saying, she's just a Barbie, she should be a model. Well, a model just beat your ass in round 2, so shut up.
But that's not all. After demolishing former UFC title challenger Taila Santos, she's now setting her sights on UFC flyweight queen Valentina Shevchenko. Today, we break down why this 26-year-old from Manchester could be the biggest threat to UFC's women's flyweight division.
You could fight any female right now. Who would you want to go with?
Valentina Shevchenko right now. I want to be at the top. You know, I'm still 26. She's been around for a long time.
Right now, I'm not too sure that Shevchenko is the best 125er there is. This girl is, man, she goes after people. She is nasty.
Valentina has to fight this woman.
Let's talk numbers, because Dakota Ditcheva's record speaks volumes. 14 fights, 14 wins, 0 defeats. But here's the scary part. 13 of those victories came by finish. That's a 93% finish rate that would make even the most feared strikers jealous. Her latest victim? Taila Santos, a fighter who went the distance with Valentina Shevchenko for the UFC title. Ditcheva didn't just beat Santos, she destroyed her in under 2 rounds, extending her finishing streak to 9 straight.
Santos is in trouble. She's in big trouble. Dakota Ditcheva to the body again for a championship.
And let's not forget, she did this while claiming a cool $1 million prize. At just 26 years old, she's already Britain's first female MMA world champion. But here's the thing, she's hungry for more. However, drama is brewing behind the scenes. Despite being the reigning PFL champion, Ditcheva was mysteriously left out of this year's tournament. Why? Our sources suggest it's all about contract strategy. Here's the theory that's got the MMA world buzzing. PFL wants to keep its biggest star locked down. If she entered the tournament and made the finals, that's 3 fights, potentially burning through her remaining contract and opening the door to UFC. Ditcheva herself is frustrated, telling MMA Junkie, "I'm gutted that I haven't had anything just yet. Get me anything, literally."
This for me now, especially not having anything even lined up, is really like mentally challenging for me. Like, I've really got to just believe in the process and let everything happen how it should. It's testing me for sure. Like, that's probably why I went home, because at the start of the year I was here in Florida training with nothing like lined up, seeing everybody train for this tournament. It was really disheartening for me. So I went home, refreshed a little bit. Now I'm back, ready to get back in the gym, and hopefully something will come up by then.
Was it discussed at all being in this tournament? Like, I'm sure you pushed for it, but I guess, did they give you a good reason why you're not in it?
Yeah, I didn't really push too much for it, to be honest, but I was happy to go in it. You know, I loved the format last year. I know it's changed this year. It's only 3 fights, but I still would have done that. But again, like, I left it up to PFL whether they were going to put me in it or not.
The PFL promised her a July return, but with no date, location, or opponent announced. Meanwhile, Dakota's sitting on the shelf during what should be the prime of her career. And now for the money question. What about Valentina Shevchenko? When asked about facing the UFC flyweight champion, Ditcheva didn't back down. Her 6-word response? "I could definitely, and I would." But she's respectful about it. "She's my top fighter out of everyone. She's been champion for years and years. I'm not quite there yet. I'm still 26. These girls are like 31, 32.
So I'll put it back on you, Dakota. Who do you think is the #1 flyweight in the women's division right now?
Valentina Shevchenko.
You still put her #1?
100%. Look, she's the first person to finish her rubies on a belt. She's been around for so long, and she's stayed at the top of that level. I know people are saying now she's on a little bit of a down, but she's a lot older now. She's been around for years at the top of the level, and no one's been able to wipe her out. Grasso got that one fight on her, which was fair enough, beat her fair and square. But honestly, she can do everything as well. She's a full MMA fighter. She's not just a striker, not just a grappler, not just a wrestler. She's everything. She can switch it all up. So I genuinely feel like flyweight, she is 100% up there.
Do you hate the UFC questions? Because, I mean, you're in the PFL. They're the ones who found you. Like, they put you in this position. They just made you a millionaire. Do you hate that question?
Yeah, no, I don't hate it, but I just feel like PFL deserve the respect. You know, like I said, they picked me up in Europe, you know, when I was like, not a big, I was known, but I wasn't massive, you know. So I'm not saying I'm massive now, but I've got a lot of attention recently. So they've helped me build that, you know. They've helped me build my followers, my fans. Like they've, you know, given me opportunities like fighting in that Europe tournament. Now in this PF, they didn't even have a flyweight division until I signed, you know. So the opportunities that they've given me, you can't forget that. And they might not be the UFC, but there's still an amazing promotion that has done a lot for me. So I definitely don't hate the UFC questions. I understand that people are interested in that, and there's a whole nother flyweight division there that people are excited to see me in. But there's still so much to give from PFL, and I've got to be grateful for the position that I'm in.
Here's what makes this potential matchup terrifying for Shevchenko. Ditcheva's finishing power. While Valentina is known for her technical precision, Dakota brings raw knockout power that we rarely see in women's flyweight. Training alongside UFC flyweight champion Alexandre Pantoja at American Top Team, Ditcheva is getting world-class preparation, and her confidence is through the roof. You put me in a cage, and I'll go against anyone.
It's been a long time coming. This is mentally the strongest I've ever been.
You know, competition is important to me. So if you're going to put me with the same girls and have the same girls in the tournament, I'm not really that interested.
You've just mentioned there that you want to be the queen of this division worldwide.
We were just kind of talked about going into the UFC.
Thought about for many, many years and just not been in the position to do it. People now with me beating Tyler Santos, they want to see like what else I'm capable of. So it's got to be something more.
People thought she would against Shevchenko. You know, she's never been stopped. She's never been stopped. Shevchenko didn't stop her. People thought she beat her. And now what can people really say? Made it look like another can on the list of people always comment on my stuff.
So where does this leave us? Ditcheva has options. Potentially face PFL Europe champion Paulina Wisniewska or fellow Brit Chanel Dyer. But let's be honest, neither of these fights match her current level. The elephant in the room, UFC is watching. Dakota was spotted in the VIP section at UFC London, her first appearance on UFC programming. Dana White knows talent when he sees it, and a 26-year-old knockout artist with a perfect record and star power, that's money in the bank.
I think she has things to work on. I don't know how it's gonna play out for her, but yeah, she has potential.
Everyone's difficult with their like own style. Everyone has power. Everyone has chances to knock out each other. I don't know what it's gonna be next. Who is gonna be next, but I am here. No matter how old I am feeling great. Martial arts, it's my lifestyle.
Ditcheva remains diplomatic about her future. I'm not sure about the tournament format. Would it be better to put me on a pay-per-view card and have me in a big fight? There are so many options. One thing's certain, whether it's in PFL or UFC, we're witnessing the rise of a generational talent.
I'm just like, get me anything, literally. But like you said, you know, it was kind of, it's hard. I get it's hard for PFL, you know, they've put all the girls in the tournament and then now they need to find someone that's going to kind of give me a good competition. They can't give me someone that's, you know, just kind of signed to the PFL and not really had that much experience because it doesn't make sense. I've just beat Santos very easily. I think that's another thing that I have to understand is like if I'd had a 5-round war with Santos, there would have been a few more people in there that would have been more of a match. But I walked through it. I walked through everyone last year. So it does put them in a difficult position now. And I get it, but I'm sure they'll work to find someone.
Dakota Ditcheva isn't just knocking out opponents. She's knocking down barriers. From celebrating with McDonald's Coke after every fight to becoming Britain's first female MMA world champion, she's writing her own story. But the biggest chapter might be yet to come. Whether she stays loyal to PFL or makes the jump to UFC, one thing is clear. The women's flyweight division better take notice. Because dangerous Dakota Ditcheva is coming, and she's not here to participate. She's here to dominate. What do you think? Should UFC make a move for Ditcheva now, or will PFL find a way to keep their golden goose? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more breaking MMA news.
Go for it. I want to win. I want this. I want this bad.
It rips to the body by Ditcheva. Right back. Oh, she's in trouble. She's in big trouble.
Lisa Mauldin has dropped a bombshell message that's sending shockwaves through the combat sports community. But first, we're breaking down the fight that changed everything. Dakota Ditcheva's absolutely devastating first-round destruction that didn't just end a fight, it nearly ended a career.
I expect a war. That's what I expect. I know she hits hard, and I'm not scared of that. I'm ready for it. Opportunities, I'm ready for any opportunity.
Before stepping into that PFL cage, Lisa Mauldin boldly declared, "I want that win, I expect the war, I know she's dangerous but I'm not scared, but she doesn't know what's coming." Well, it turns out Dakota knew exactly what was coming, and what followed was a first-round knockout so brutal it left Mauldin's fighting future hanging in the balance. But first, the breaking news that has the MMA world buzzing tonight. Lisa Mauldin has just released an emotional statement addressing her devastating loss and what it means for her future in the sport. This shocking admission from a veteran fighter speaks volumes about just how devastating Ditcheva's performance truly was. But to understand the full impact of these words, we need to take you back to that fateful night in San Antonio, when confidence met reality in the most brutal way possible. Now let's go back to where this devastating story began. Lisa Mauldin, the 33-year-old veteran from California, walked into this fight with unwavering confidence, despite being a massive plus 1,100 underdog. Mauldin, "I want that win. I expect the war. I know she's dangerous, but I'm not scared. She doesn't know what's coming when she steps in there with me."
I expect a war. That's what I expect. I know she hits hard, and I'm not scared of that. I'm ready for it. Opportunities, I'm ready for any opportunity.
Those words now echo with tragic irony. Mauldin was riding high, coming off back-to-back stoppage victories over Helen Peralta and Desiree Yanez in the PFL. She truly believed her experience and toughness would be enough.
Talk to me about the motivation coming in here. You seem very focused, but you seem very charged up as well. What's the determination coming in here?
I really love this promotion, PFL. You guys treat fighters really well, and I'm very thankful to just be here. So thank you, PFL, for having me.
And your corner team reacted.
But standing across from her was Dakota Ditcheva, the 25-year-old Manchester destroyer who had already proven she was different. With a perfect 10-0 record, 9 finishes, and 8 knockouts, Dangerous Dakota had earned her nickname through pure violence. She demolished the competition in PFL Europe, collecting £79,000 and a direct ticket to the American season, where $1 million awaited the champion.
Come on in. Oh, ready. So long, arrange it. Put away.
What Mauldin didn't know was that she was about to face not just a fighter, but a force of nature. Meanwhile, Dakota Ditcheva, the 25-year-old Manchester native, entered as the reigning PFL Europe champion, carrying a perfect 10-0 record with 9 finishes, 8 by knockout. She'd earned her spot in the American season with 3 dominant wins in Europe, collecting £79,000 and a direct ticket to the big leagues, where $1 million awaited the tournament champion. What happened next at the Boeing Center in San Antonio wasn't just a fight. It was a systematic destruction that nearly ended a career. From the very first second, it was clear Mauldin had made a terrible miscalculation. Ditcheva didn't come to fight. She came to destroy. Like a predator stalking wounded prey, the British sensation immediately began her assault with precision leg kicks and devastating combinations. Mauldin's desperation showed early as she pulled guard, attempting a leg lock, but Ditcheva's grappling proved just as lethal as her striking. She smoothly transitioned to take Mauldin's back before they scrambled to their feet, where the real damage began. Then came the moment that changed everything. A knee strike so perfectly placed, so devastatingly powerful, that it dropped Mauldin like she'd been hit by lightning. The American showed incredible heart fighting back to her feet, but she was already broken.
Stand back up. All the boxes. More body shots. This one comes in. First round finish for Dakota Ditcheva. And it was the body work that really did it. The body work, the variety, the high, the low, and her range and distance.
The end came with surgical precision, a brutal right hand to the body that folded Mauldin like a piece of paper. As she crumpled into a defensive turtle position, Ditcheva pounced like a lioness, raining down hellacious ground strikes until referee Jacob Montalvo had no choice but to step in and save what was left of Lisa Mauldin's fighting career. Time of destruction. 4 minutes and 32 seconds. But the real damage would last much longer.
You're still undefeated and an impressive regular season debut. What kind of statement do you think you made for the rest of this flyweight division?
A big one, of course, but so have the other girls. I mean, looking at the top 4 in the table now, you know, it's not going to be easy. So I'm ready for the next round, and it's not over yet, so I can't celebrate too fast, of course. We've got a tough bunch of girls there to get through, so on to the next one.
What we witnessed in the immediate aftermath was more disturbing than the knockout itself. While Ditcheva celebrated earning maximum points, Lisa Mauldin remained motionless on the canvas, her body unable to respond to the trauma it had just endured.